There is some variety in terms of the placement of stress, but the vowels and consonants are pronounced in similar ways across all the languages, except in Vietnamese, where sh seems to be pronounced s instead of sh, as in Toshiba. Another interesting thing to note is that the O is pronounced short in all the languages, as in Toshiba, but in Japanese, this is a long vowel, as in Toshiba.
Toshiba, 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 Toshiba.
Toshiba, 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 Toshiba.
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 Toshiba, 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 Toshiba. The first letter U is pronounced U in most languages, but in German and Polish it is pronounced U, as in Uniqlo.
Uniqlo, 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 Uniqlo.
Uniqlo, 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 Uniqlo.
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 Uniqlo, 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 Uniqlo. The first thing I need to mention is that despite being spelt with an F, the F sound is not part of the Japanese phonology, so this initial consonant is pronounced as the voiceless bilabial fricative, as in hu instead of fu. In Kazakh and Vietnamese, TS sounds like S, and again in Vietnamese, JI sounds like Z instead of G.
Fujitsu, 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 Fujitsu.
Fujitsu, 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 Fujitsu.
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 Fujitsu, 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 Fujitsu. This is another non-Japanese word, so I won't go into much detail, but in Japanese, the first vowel is pronounced E instead of A, and the final N is often a velar or uvular nasal, meaning the back of the tongue forms a blockage with the soft palate, instead of the tip of the tongue touching the alveolar ridge behind the upper front teeth.
PlayStation, 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 PlayStation.
PlayStation, 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 PlayStation.
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 PlayStation, 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 PlayStation. This is a simple word, so there's not much to comment on, but in English, the final vowel tends to be pronounced as a diphthong, as in A instead of E.
Anime, 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 anime.
Anime, 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 anime.
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 Anime, 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 anime. The first vowel is pronounced as a monophthong, A in most languages, but it is pronounced as a diphthong, A in English. In German, the letter S is once again voiced, as in ASICS. In Japanese, extra vowels are inserted after the consonant, as in kusu, instead of ks.
ASIC, 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 ASIC.
ASICS, 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 ASICS.
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 ASICS, 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 ASICS. Another easy word. Nothing to note about the vowels or the consonants, so pay attention to the intonation patterns, which do not vary too much across the languages.
Bandai, 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 Bandai.
Bandai, 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 Bandai.
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 Bandai, 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 Bandai. Pay special attention to how the S as well as the final two vowels are pronounced. In Kazakh and Russian, the two vowels seems to be merged together and the S is realized as sh rather than s as in Casio. In Japanese, the S is also pronounced as sh rather than s, but the two vowels remain separate, as in Casio. In English, the final O is pronounced as a diphthong, a combination of two vowels, as in O, and in German, the S is slightly voiced again, as in Casio.
Casio, 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 Casio.
Casio, 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 Casio.
Casio, 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 Casio.
Casio, 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 Casio.
Casio, 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 Casio,
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 Casio, Casio, Casio, Casio. You will notice that the Azerbaijani speaker doesn't pronounce the final vowel in this word, but it is entirely my fault because I made a typo and omitted the final I when I first made the list of words for my volunteers to record. This is a very simple word, so the pronunciations don't vary too much. However, some languages stress the first syllable, whereas the rest stress the second syllable, except for the Russian speaker, who seems to have a low, high, high intonation contour, as in Konami,
Konam, 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 Konam,
Konami, 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 Konami,
Konami, Konami, Konami, Konami,
Konami, Konami, Konami, Konami,
Konami, Konami, Konami, Konami,
Konami, Konami, Konami, Konami,
Konami, Konami, Konami, Konami,
Konami, Konami, Konami, Konami,
Konami, Konami, Konami, Konami,
Konami, Konami, Konami, Konami. In English, the first vowel can be either a as in manga or a as in manga. The letter combination ng is pronounced in most languages as two sounds, a nasal followed by a stop, as in manga, but in Indonesian and possibly in Vietnamese, these letters are merged together as one velar nasal, as in manga. The Kazakh speaker, on the other hand, seems to fricate the velar stop, as in manga,
manga, manga, manga, manga,
manga or manga, manga or manga, manga or manga, manga or manga, manga or manga,
manga, manga, manga, 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 manga. This is another very simple word, so there's not much variation in terms of pronunciation or intonation, but the Vietnamese speaker pronounces the letter J as a fricative, as in Muji, instead of an affricate, Muji. Also, the word Muji is short for Mujirushi Ryohin, but most Japanese people call this brand Mujirushi instead of Muji.
Muji, 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 Muji,
Muji, Muji, Muji, Muji, Muji,
Muji, Muji, Muji, Muji,
Muji, Muji, Muji, Muji,
Muji, Muji, Muji, Muji,
Muji, Muji, Muji, Muji,
Muji, Muji, Muji, Muji,
Muji, Muji, Muji, Muji,
Muji, Muji, Muji, Muji,
Muji, Muji, Muji, Muji, Mujirushi, 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 Mujirushi Ryohin, Mujirushi Ryohin, Mujirushi Ryohin, Mujirushi Ryohin. In American English, the O tends to be pronounced as an open, back, unrounded vowel, as in Tamagotchi. In Japanese, the final consonant is a long consonant, so you can hear a slight pause before it, as in Tamagotchi instead of Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchi, 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 Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchi or Tamagotchi. Tamagotchi or Tamagotchi. 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 Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchi, 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 Tamagotchi. An amalgamation of two English words, Bridgestone is another word that is fairly simple to pronounce. However, some languages pronounce it as a two-syllable word, Bridgestone, whereas the others pronounce it as a three-syllable word, Bridgestone. Japanese, on the other hand, is actually not a syllable-timed language. It uses a Moraic system. Within this system, the word has 6 moras. Bu, ri, ji, su, to, n. Also pay attention to the placement of stress.
Bridgestone, 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 Bridgestone.
Bridgestone. Bridgestone. Bridgestone. Bridgestone. Bridgestone.
Bridgestone, 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 Bridgestone. Another easy word. Pay attention to the first vowel, represented by the letter A. In many languages, this vowel is realized as a central open vowel, a, as in Capcom. In English, this vowel is more front, as in Capcom. In Indonesian, however, this vowel sounds more like e rather than a, as in Capcom. Another thing to note is the final consonant, represented by the letter M. In most languages, this letter is pronounced as an M, but in Vietnamese and Japanese, the pronunciation of this sound doesn't seem to involve the touching of the lips at all, and instead, it seems to be produced between the back of the tongue and the soft palate, as in Capcom.
Capcom, 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 Capcom.
Capcom. Capcom. Capcom. Capcom. Capcom.
Capcom, 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 Capcom.